Good afternoon, everyone. This is Mrs. Donner, and I just wanted to make a really short video with regards to Part B of the electric forces assignment. I had a question regarding how to do Part B, and I wanted to clarify a couple of things for people before they get started. So the thing to keep in mind here is that Part B is actually measuring how the electric force changes as the charge on one of the pith balls, namely the blue one, changes. Everything else you're trying to keep the same. So in that case, the charge on the red pith ball will be staying the same, and the distance between the two balls is also going to be staying the same. So the only change or the only deviation that you should see in the angle and the only change in the electric force as a result is only going to be a result of the change of the charge on the blue pith ball. So let me show you how one iteration would look like. So when you first start or launch your simulator, it's going to look something like this. You're able to zoom in, and this ruler here moves. It moves up and down. And so you can basically mark the location of the blue ball using the ruler and then the marks on it by aligning the marks with the center of the blue pith ball. In this case here, I'm just going to say that the center of the blue pith ball is approximately 4.1234.5, about 4.6 centimeters. That's the initial position. You're then going to then move the red pith ball to a position that is precisely 1.5 centimeters away from that, and then release it. At that point, you have your initial conditions. So the red pith ball has a charge of 1. The blue pith ball has a charge of 1, which is just arbitrary. It doesn't matter what the actual charge is. And you're actually able to record the deviation from the center right from the protractor. So that would be your initial condition. Then the first iteration asks you to reduce the charge on the blue ball by half, which you do by clicking on this button right here. And that reduces the charge on the blue ball only by 2. But if you notice, we have to ensure now that the distance between the red ball and the blue ball is fixed at 1.5 centimeters. Remember, the change in force can only become a result of the change in the charge on the blue pith ball alone. So you're able to zoom in, and at this point, I think we can see that the center of the blue ball is located at 4.95 centimeters. If you subtract 1.5 centimeters from that value, you would get 3.45 centimeters. So you would bring the red charge over to 3.2, 3, 4, and about 5, about right here. Release, and then you're able to zoom out and see that the blue pith ball has moved one more time. You can zoom in and then record your new angle measurement from the protractor. So that would be one iteration. And then this activity asks you to go through multiple iterations where you click the blue charge button one more time, reduce the charge on the blue ball by 1/2, make sure that the distance between the two pith balls is fixed at 1.5 centimeters, and then record the angle from the protractor. So you want to know essentially how the electric force changes as a function only of the blue pith ball. Everything else has to remain fixed. So I hope that helps you answer your question a bit. If you have any other questions, please post them to the discussion board, and either people from your class or myself will get around to them over the weekend. Have a great weekend.